This is a cleared area at Wellow Park. It's an area that I featured on some videos earlier in 2021. I don't know whether they're still on the channel or not, but most of Wellow Park has been treated in this way over the years. And the forestry lot will say, well, it's part of forestry. But I still fail to see any real advantage in maintaining woodland this way to create coppice woodland, especially here, because all the other areas of Wellow Park that have been treated this way are now completely dense, overgrown, filled with bramble, and pretty much good for nothing. I thought the idea, and I can see in some ways the idea of opening up the forest floor to create a better diversity of flora. I can see that. Better flora, more insects. But I can't see the point in more or less clear felling an area, and especially in this instance, I can't see the point of leaving these mature ash trees in when the whole area is doomed with ash dieback disease. One of many diseases that are likely to hit knots. Well, ash dieback's been in knots for a number of years, but there are other diseases as well. I was talking to someone from the Forestry Commission fairly recently, and she painted a rather gloomy picture, especially in terms of a gloomy future for trees like larch, which has got a really bad disease that's rampaging through it. Can't remember whether she said it was in Nottinghamshire, but it very likely is. You've got your oak diseases. They're knocking on the door, and at some time they will get into Sherwood Forest. I've been saying it for a number of years, and so's other people. But we're not listened to because we don't know. But regarding this coppicing, if you're going to coppice, you've got to keep it open. But areas here in Wellow Park, previously treated exactly the same as this, are now completely overgrown and pretty useless. Too shady. It's all right creating these areas, but you've got to do the follow-up routine management. And especially now the money's not available, why not leave it alone in the first place? Of all the trees that you can see in the shot now, these are all ash, barring what I can... one, two... There's two. There's an oak, and the other one might be a mature hawthorn. I'm not too sure. But I can't see the point in leaving these ash when they're ultimately going to be killed or affected by ash dieback. I know at the moment ash dieback's not really affecting ash too much. It is causing some dieback of the tree, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be killing the tree in the completely. So we'll have to see what happens. Personally, I'd still prefer this to be full of trees. It might as well be. Might as well have been left. But they know best. But when you think of all the trees that have been taken out from here, and it's obviously to encourage crap stuff like hazel. Hazel's not brilliant for insects. There's not a deal feeds on hazel. But when you're taking perfectly healthy trees out, trees that support enormous numbers of insects, moths especially. Ash is the worst tree you could have really for moths. There's virtually a handful of species that will feed on ash, or that require ash, but Those that do usually feed on ash will feed on other stuff. Maybe it's just me getting old and cynical. Nah, can't be.